you to add the broth that we have here, that we've canned. And I want you to add the broth to the pan. So let me add the other ones. Okay, we have our beef stock in our stock pot, and now we're going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, and then 3/4 of a teaspoon of the garlic powder, and then 1 tablespoon of salt. And let's crack 1 teaspoon of pepper. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, I'm just going to pull that top part off. Just put the top back on. Okay, and put this up on the stove and bring this up to a simmer. And while this is coming up to a simmer, I want you to peel our onions, and we're going to slice our onions. Now I want you to grab your Dutch oven or some type of pan, and this is what we're going to be sauteing our Vidalia onions in. So to that Dutch oven, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I'm going to slice up the 4 pounds of Vidalia onions. We're going to add this to our Dutch oven. We're going to put this up on the stove, and we're going to saute up the onions. Okay, we're going to put the rest of our sliced onion into our Dutch oven, and we're going to put this on a medium-low heat, and you're going to put the cover on and come back periodically and keep stirring it, but keep it covered. And you're going to cook this on the medium-low heat until the onion is tender. So we'll be back after that point. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes of sauteing. I'm going to give it another stir. And I just thought I'd bring you along to show you the process along the way and what it would look like. Put the cover back on. And back in this pan, I have our broth simmering, and we'll see you in 40 minutes. 1 hour in, and now the next step is to leave this uncovered and to cook this down until they become a nice caramel color. So go ahead and just give that a good stir, and now let these get a nice caramel color. The onions are now just starting to caramelize up nice and to a nice little tan color. We're going to continue to caramelize them up a little bit more. Okay. It's looking real nice. I'm going to grab my ladle. I'm going to grab some of that beef stock, and I'm going to put some of that in so we can get some of that goodness off the bottom of the pan. You want that layer of flavor. You know, it's a little layer that you like to savor. It does add flavor. Okay. Yeah, it's all coming off the bottom real nice. I think I'm going to add another ladle. Maybe another one. I think I'm just going to add it all to this pot before I put it in my jars. So, yeah, I'm going to finish putting all the beef broth into my Dutch oven here. And we'll be back after I'm done adding it all. Okay. I went ahead and I added all our beef broth. Now we're going to bring this up to a nice little light boil, and then you're going to let this simmer for 5 minutes. Okay, we got all the broth added. We're going to bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to simmer this and cook this for 15 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and give this one good last stir before we start ladling it into our jars. Now you're going to want to leave 1 inch head space. And periodically keep giving this a stir because you don't want all the onions to settle at the bottom. You're going to want every jar to kind of be equal. So I always give it a good little zhuzh before I go ahead and ladle. Okay, that one we're right up to the 1-inch head space, so I'm gonna go put my ladle in my next jar. I'm gonna grab a paper towel. We're gonna dip it into our vinegar solution, or vinegar that we have back here. Ouch. And wipe this top, and I also wipe the sides. You never know. Let's go ahead, grab a hot, clean lid. Go ahead, put that on top. Grab the clean thing, and I'm just going to use my paper toweling that I used to wipe the lid. And there you go. I'm going to continue to keep jarring all these up, and we'll be back when I'm done. Alright. I put our jars in the pressure canner here. I have 3 inches of water, hot water that is heating and has been heated. And then with the leftover vinegar that I've been dipping my paper toweling and wiping the rims, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add that. I have hard water, so it just helps out. And then we're gonna put our cover on. Now, okay, my cover is locked on. My burner is turned all the way up, and we're gonna start building pressure on the inside of our pressure canner. But first, before you can even put the weight on, we're gonna have to vent out of this little hole right here, our vent hole. You're gonna wanna let that vent for 10 minutes. No less than 10 minutes. For our French onion soup, you're going to want to process the pint jars for 60 minutes or the 1 quart jars for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, our timer has gone off, so let's turn the fire off underneath the pressure canner. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have the pressure inside the pressure canner come down all on its own. So what I mean by that is this is now going to gradually come back down, and as soon as it comes back down to 0, you'll be able to pick up your weight and we'll be able to open up the pressure canner. So I'll see you when our pressure canner has come back down to 0. Okay, our pressure canner has come back down to 0. We can now safely remove our weight and loosen the cover. And when you pick up the cover, I want you to tilt the cover away from you. This way you do not get any steam burns. Please be sure to share, like, and subscribe today. Y'all come back now, you hear?